So, Duncan, you were just talking about the age of your squad there, weren't you? Tell me, you've got a young team, haven't you? But you think you might hold a title there already at this early stage in the season?
Well, we're not sure, but as you were talking about earlier on, I believe I've got the youngest team in Scotland and probably the youngest squad team in England and Scotland. So we've got a very, as you can imagine, a very young team. So it's really tough for us, but no, we're here to support them and we're here to develop them. But you know, it was just a start I thought I'd bring up. But
with that youth comes enthusiasm, doesn't it? And it seems that the boys have got a lot of that, which is great. Particularly, you want that energy, you want that drive at this start in the season, don't you?
That's right, yeah. Well, they're young, they're learning, aren't they? So they've got a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of drive. Obviously, I'm up my older players. I think I've got four in there that are, I'm sure they're enthusiastic and got drive as well. But they're good enough as well. The young players are good enough, but I'm just highlighting the fact that we are very young, and it's a lot for them to take on, and we'll go to support them as much as we possibly can. I certainly will be.
We were speaking to Adam there, he was saying, you know, there's a real spring in the step of all the guys in the changing room. There's been a lot of talk, obviously, off the pitch about everything that's happening here. But, I mean, is it a real boost to the atmosphere at the club, the positivity around everything that's been talked about?
Yes, I think it is. I think it's been positive the last couple of weeks. I know there's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and there's Alan Savage has made a massive commitment to the club. I think he spent a lot of money in trying to fix things, which is really positive, and it's good for the club going forward. You know, and hopefully some of that will trickle down to me.
I was going to say, have you managed to get anything out of him yet in terms of money for players?
Yeah, well, for the meeting, it's productive, and there's a wee bit there for me to try and to bring a player or two if I possibly can. Of course, there might be a bit of movement in the transfer window as well, maybe one out, one in type of thing. But there's a wee bit of money there that I can try and get a player or two in.
And Adam was saying, you know, more fans back in the stadium. He said he couldn't believe how loud it was when he scored his goal. How much of a help is that for you, having that support back, you know, where you need it in the stands?
It's massive that the fans get behind the team, isn't it? They know how difficult the season is going to be. That was me shouting, by the way. That's why it was loud in the stadium. It was a great finish with Adam. He's been a fantastic signing for the club. I'm sure he'll go from strength to strength. But it's lovely to see the fans in the stadium to be positive and loyal towards the team, and that's what we want. Get behind the team.
Alex Ferguson was vouching for you in the phone call with Alan and the directors. I mean, how is that for you to hear that as a manager from?
Yeah, I mean, I've not heard that part, but I mean, obviously, I'm friends with Sir Alex. He's a great man. He's a legend of the game. He's a king, isn't he? But I think he'd always support managers. I think he knows that we all go through difficult times in our career, and Sir Alex, I'm sure, has supported many managers over the years, and he's a great man, and I feel very privileged to regard him as a friend, and it's great that he's supporting myself. I'm sure he supports many managers up in the country. So looking ahead to the game,
Kelty are top, but the same as you, the only drew with Montrose. Is it a tough match ahead, do you think?
They're undefeated. They've got a good front three. They like to penetrate. They've got a nice football team. Good players in the midfield. It's going to be a tough match away from home. Plastic pitch, as I said, they're undefeated. But yeah, it's going to be a really tough game for us, as you know. But we've only lost to one game through a poor refereeing decision, so no, we're up for it and we're ready to go.
What's your team news?
We've got Louis Longstaff will be out for 4 weeks with a thigh injury that happened in his last match. Goalkeeper's got a meniscus problem, waiting for an operation or not, but he'll be out for 4 weeks. So it's a minor operation, and he'll be out for 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, the goalkeeper.
Okay, thank you.
Can always be guaranteed hard knocks in football, and certainly with the young players, I imagine there's a balance to be found between the urgency to secure that first win and also to maybe just, you know, coerce them gently, so to speak.
Yeah, certainly we need to win, don't we? And as you said, it's a really young squad, but it's where we are, what we've got. I'm positive about the players. I try to support the players as much as I possibly can, and we need to get that victory, don't we? At the end of the day, I'm the manager, and you've got to win. That's it. You've got to win. I don't know if anybody's even interested in what age the squad is or what hand you get dealt. This is the hand I've been dealt. and I need to make sure that I play a winning hand, don't I?
What positives do you take from, especially the conclusion of last week's game? You know, you certainly finished strongly, and just unfortunate that you didn't manage to get that goal.
Yeah, I mean, we're umpteen efforts on the target. Then I thought we were absolutely excellent second half. I thought we were fantastic. To our man, we kept to our principles. We kept playing. We kept creating chances. We just we took one, didn't we? But we needed to take a couple more. I think if we'd scored another couple of goals, nobody would have said anything. It'd been it'd been a great victory for us. Unfortunately, the hardest part in football is putting it in the net. But hopefully we can stick it in the net this coming weekend.
Is there an urgency on yourself to find, as you said, one or two players before the end of the window?
Yes, obviously this should have been done months ago, but it hasn't been done. So I'm thankful that Alan's came in. He's going to try and help us on that to identifying, and paying for a couple of players if we can get maybe one, maybe two. But it's hard now because we're so far down the line, but we need to try and find somebody to come in and help us and strengthen the squad and help the young players.
Am I right in saying Charlie and Graham Bennett are involved in the search as well?
Everybody. I think the new CEO would be involved. I think Graham, as you said, would be involved. The coaches are all involved. Obviously we've got no scouts or anything like that, but we've got plenty of contacts in the game. And of course, to your budget, to try and find a striker, for instance, it's no easy, but it's the job, and I've got to try and come up with one.
And I mean, in terms of exploiting the loan market, is that something you'd look at as well?
Everything. We have to look at all avenues. Of course, we've got accommodation things that we've got to factor into the budget and things like that. But we're looking all over. If it's England, Scotland, wherever, abroad, we're putting the net out far to see if there's anything that we can catch.
The fact Alan has come to you with that kind of offer, Duncan, to help suggests there's an understanding that you are up against it in terms of the squad, and it's not an easy situation to be in. Well,
that's why I'm highlighting it, really, because and I'm glad that Alan has come in and he's seen the situation. There's a lot of talk in football, isn't there? There's a lot of talk about winning and how strong you are as a team. And we are a good team, we're a strong team, but we're a very, very young team, untested really. So this is the first time a lot of these young boys are stepping up to this level, and it's going to be tough for them. But we believe in them, we've got to support them, we've got to develop them. But of course, any wee bit of help I can get in the transfer market to try and get a player in to strengthen the squad, it's of course, I think you all know it's needed.
Have you got any trialists or anyone in as yet, or there was talk? I did hear chatter about a striker or something.
Have there been that many come through the door? I don't know who's doing there just now. At the moment, I think we've just got the lads I've got. But we're open to trialists. We're open to anybody who can come up and have a look at them, to be honest.
I don't want to labour it about Sir Alex, but I was interested, how did you relate, because obviously you haven't got the same club background as him, but how did your relationship kind of grow over the years? Was it as a player?
Well, I think back in the day he tried to sign me. I got injured. I stopped that transfer, and
was that
Man U was for Everton to Man United. I think it was around about '96. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was rumour that was there.
It would have been hard to turn that one down if he came calling.
Well, I was an Everton man. I loved the club at the time, but obviously Sir Alex is he's God, isn't he? Let's be fair. He's royalty, and he's a great man. And then I got closer to him really with Big Sam Allardyce. Big Sam Allardyce introduced us really, and it went through there. Mm-hmm. But look, he's a great man. I can't talk any higher than him. He's helped me through my career as a manager, and he's always there for advice, and I think he's always there for anybody who knows him. He's a loyal, straight man, and as I said, I'll always lean on these guys like Sir Alex, like Big Sam. Big Sam just texted me 10 minutes ago. So I'm very fortunate to hear his friends.
Yeah, and he's offered to help the club, I think, as well. He spoke to the chairman and offered to in any way could. I don't know if he can.
He's got a player. But you know, look, he's a great man, isn't he? And
Yeah.
you know, as I say to you, you know, we all love him.
Yeah, great stuff.
And Duncan, just in terms of the goalkeepers, Martin McKinnon, could his loan be extended from Clack, do you
I
think?
think they're talking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think obviously the goalkeeper now being out for another 4 weeks, 5 weeks. But just waiting to see if he's going to have an operation on it. It's only a small tear. So waiting to see if he's going to have an operation or he's going to try and, you know, continue and rebuild his knee. I think that will be an option for us, hopefully, because obviously we've only got a young kid who's developing. I think he's only 16, the lad. So yeah, we need another goalkeeper, I would think.